All right, looks like we are ready
Hey.
for Paul and Storm.
Paul, are you going to be able to interview Paul of Paul and Storm? I feel like this double Paul action is going to be a conflict of interest.
It might be confusing for people.
I mean...
Or do you want to go by Storm, Kathleen?
No, that would be just confusing. Okay.
You can be stalled. All right, I think we're ready to go. So let's do it.
Hello there. Do you hear us?
Hello?
Paul and/or Storm.
They can see us.
Yeah.
and
I'm
we can
seeing
see
them waving.
But nobody can hear anything.
We can hear you.
Talking
Hey!
in robotic fashion.
Excellent.
Excellent.
We're hearing some lovely half-second slapback of our own audio through your guys' audio, so this will be not unsettling at all.
Okay. Hopefully we can minimize that.
I think it just went away.
Yeah, I have headphones, but I'm technologically incapable of hooking them up right now. I can wear this if it helps create the illusion.
Did you buy an iPhone 7?
I nothing, no.
Storm's just not good at plugging things in.
No, I've forgotten how. It's been a rough week.
It has. How are you guys doing? You guys are still pretty fresh at this point, right?
No.
No.
No? Why did I think you were fresh? When did you start?
We started last Saturday.
Oh, well, hell, you should be still fresh then.
Yeah, I can testify that the area here is no longer fresh.
Is that a Molly Lewis I see hanging in the corner there?
Could be.
Oh, who's asking?
I don't know, just some guy. I didn't expect to see you there. This is all a big happy surprise. But then again, the way this week has gone logistically for us, everything is pretty much a surprise because I have no short-term memory left.
Fair enough. Yeah, things are kind of a big happy surprise here in Desert Bus too. That's kind of what we do here.
Sure. Boy, you look like the world's saddest recreation of The Last Supper right now. Is what
Yeah, there you go.
Well, the original Last Supper didn't have quite this much BO, so...
No, but also didn't have couches, so...
No.
They
Honestly, it looks like it smells great there, you know? Like I'd say, of all the years, if I had to pick a year where it looks like it smells like lollipops and baking bread, it's this year.
You would be wrong, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. No, it's actually quite nice in here because it's fairly early in the morning, so everybody's had a fresh shower.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think
It's a lot better than stale showers.
Stale Showers is my weatherman name.
There it is.
All right. Do we have any questions for Paul? And Storm,
we
Paul?
do have a few questions. As you know, we like to put up stuff on our blog for people to throw up questions for you guys.
Uh-huh.
And there are some ones here. This is someone here who got to see your show with Joko in Philadelphia and said it was amazing.
You are pretty amazing. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
He says you look like you had so much fun. How much of these shows do you actually rehearse, and how much is falling back on old performance material?
I don't understand the term.
I guess we don't really rehearse. It's sort of a cumulative rehearsal in
Right.
that we have some sense memory of what has gone before. But if the question is how much is stuff that we do all the time versus how much we're making up on the spot, I'd say it's a pretty even split. I mean, not the songs. Usually those are completely planned or mostly planned. But yeah, we like to keep it pretty loose.
Yeah, I mean, there's sort of general frameworks we tend to follow, and we know when it's time to, cut to the segue to the next song, so to speak. But it's not like we have some, big old script where it's like, okay, after this song, you'll do this line, and I'll say this, and then we'll say these things. It's all, it's unwritten, but not completely unscripted.
I guess earphones, if you aren't actually hearing the sound through them, are actually just earmuffs, aren't they? It's not very
Yeah,
effective.
it's kind of warm in this room, and I'm just not going there. The hat is hot enough as it is.
And it's a hot hat.
It is a hot hat. I'll be switching hats up as we go, but this particular one is a little toasty.
So where are we at donations-wise right now? I'm not looking at the site, so you guys will have to guide me.
$405,000 and a little bit extra, 796. Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
We're almost at 406. I like how you're like $796. That's just a bit extra. It's like, are
Yeah.
you kidding me? That's a lot. That's like my rent.
And how much longer do you have to go? He said, reminding them of the slog that they are facing.
At the moment, we're about 30 hours to go. We're at hour 121 of a theoretical 151, but that is probably going to go up.
Let's rock these dollars north. Be very disappointed if we're not at least $500,000 by the time we're off. So let's bring it.
And we got to go in about 4 minutes, so let's scale
right.
it up, everybody.
Not a lot of time then.
We don't actually have to go in 4 minutes. I'm just trying to raise the stakes.
It's there's a
Knitting something? Is that knitting?
I'm back. Yes, I'm knitting.
What are you knitting?
I am knitting a giant Cowichan style sweater. Thank you. I am knitting a giant Cowichan style sweater with desert bus themes. Unfortunately,
Does Cowichan mean it will cover a cow all the way up to its chin because it's so big and floofy?
it's not really floofy, but it is ginormous, and it's almost done. It's gram-sized. Yeah, I'm about 4 rows from done the body, and then I just have to put it together and add a collar, and then it's done. Thank you.
Yeah.
I knit a lot.
Sorry to interrupt. As you were walking away. Ah!
it's okay.
Down. Cowichan down.
Good recovery.
Give us another question. We have another question from the chat.
We do have someone's says my wife's favorite band is Da Vinci's Notebook, back in the day.
Awesome.
What was it like making so many beloved songs for such culturally iconic shows? And how does it feel to see so many of them go beyond what anyone thought they would become?
It's great being a living legend, I guess.
Storm is wearing his living legend hat right now.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm on safari for laughs, people.
I believe Leon Russell bequeathed that to you, right?
That's correct. Passed down directly. I don't know, gosh. I don't know even how to really answer a question like that. Da Vinci's Notebook was an amazing thing to be part of, and like to think that we're continuing the continuum with what we're doing with Paul and Storm, and also now doing some writing with Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's all a big awesome fun.
What do you think about, like, I know there are lots of, Paul and Storm songs as well as Da Vinci's Notebook songs that have, been covered by different people or done by, school groups and all sorts of different stuff. You look on YouTube and there's all sorts of people doing versions of your songs. Is that something that you ever sort of expected, I guess?
Certainly didn't expect it. It's extremely gratifying in several ways. I mean, the way that, for those unfamiliar, we had one of our old band songs, another Irish drinking song, ended up getting featured in Despicable Me 2. And the way that it got found was the director was just looking on YouTube for different drinking songs for a scene and came across some college group doing a cover of our song. So in a very real sense, it has been very helpful beyond just the ego boost to see people covering our songs.
And Beyonce or Justin Timberlake, Usher, if any of you are tuned in right now,
They're not, don't worry.
feel free to cover any of our songs. Just give us a call. We'll hook you up.
I really want to hear Usher do the Captain's Wife's Lament.
Me too. Let's make that happen.
Nice.
Totally. Who's driving right now?
That's me.
Okay, and where are you?
I don't know, somewhere in the desert.
I mean, are you going? Yeah, that narrows it down. Does it give you like a running tally of how far you are, how close you are to? I forget how the game.
No.
Well, there's an odometer.
You just drive
All right. Well, hold on. There's been no crashes on the last shift, right?
Yeah. So and they got a point.
Okay.
There is an odometer, but we can't read it because it's nighttime.
Yeah. So that means we've made it to Tucson and Vegas. We've gone Tucson to Vegas. I don't really care if I crash or not. And now we're coming.
That's something you want your
back
bus
from
driver
Vegas.
to say, isn't it?
So I think we're heading towards Tucson, and there's a bug splat, which means I'm about 3 hours out of Tucson. So I'm in the middle of the desert somewhere.
Just like real life, there's that bug that shows up 3 hours out of Tucson every time.
It's how you track. I like how you're very invested that I don't crash.
It's like she's like, come on, go straight, go straight.
Would you like to?
No, I saw Joseph.
Yeah. Again, the bus driver like turning around, just being like, "Wow, you guys are really invested in me not crashing. That's weird."
I feel like that's like if your bus driver is just like, well, I guess I'm not going to crash since you asked me so nicely not to. Maybe it's time to get off the bus, even if you are 3 hours out of Tucson. Just go away. Oh, would this be if I don't crash, would this be our first consecutive point?
Yeah.
Oh, now there's pressure on me. Internet, how much do you want me to get a point?
There's a question here for when you show up to a gig. How do you decide which one will be Paul and which one will be Storm?
It's a best of three falls wrestling event, Greco-Roman.
It depends on which one of us comes out of the cryo chamber first.
And to be clear, both of us always want to be Storm. And for 20 years running at this point, Storm has won every single match, every single time.
I swear it's not rigged. I swear it's not.
Let's just see what we got here. You say you have composed a song for George R.R. Martin to complete Game of Thrones, as we know.
We have.
This person is wondering when we can expect a song for Pat Rothfuss.
We actually, for one of his fundraisers, we did a re-lyriced version of our song "Write Like the Wind" lyric. Patrick J. Rothfuss, please write and write faster. So the answer is it's already been done.
Oh wow!
And it has been equally as effective on Pat as the original was on George.
That does not take kindly to that.
I feel like there's a whole litany of authors that are just perfect recipients for a song like that.
Has Pat broken any of your instruments yet? Because that's, I think, the mark of success.
Not intentionally.
No, he's broken our souls, though.
We do like to think of ourselves as the cattle prod to the novelist stars.
Yes.
That's our niche.
I'm getting that embroidered on a pillow.
Cattle prod to the novelist stars. I like that.
My favorite John Green book.
There you go.
Points.
We're going to let Molly take over the rest of our interview here.
If anyone has any questions for Paul and Storm,
Yeah.
I'm happy to.
Yeah, please. Actually, get a question from the chat or whatever and let Molly answer it on our behalf.
The chat actually, there was a big shout out to Ballad of the Sneak earlier that I wanted to call out. A lot of love in chat for that.
Yeah,
someone has just asked Paul about the shirt you are wearing, and if it does in fact say shirt.
It says shirt. It is. Storm and I we were going around for con season this upcoming year and realized we didn't have any new merchandise and no new shirts or anything. And literally about 7 minutes later, we came up with this, and it is easily the best-selling shirt we have ever put out.
Does that make you happy or sad?
Kind of both. Yeah.
Wow, I really like the unison answer. It's like your souls were crushed at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Well, they were crushed into one another. So
Oh, you're a few.
I'm also.
We're actually Paul and Storm is a plasma.
Yes. In case you're wondering why I keep looking behind me, I'm home alone right now, and we have a new puppy who's about 7 months old. Yeah, she's adorable. But her thing right now is to when she doesn't feel like she's getting enough attention.
Does she give you a Seagal special?
What?
When Steven Seagal sneaks up behind somebody and just breaks their neck?
No, she won't give me a Seagal special, but she will go and find the thing that she really shouldn't go and chew on, and she'll go chew on that. Like, she doesn't chew on furniture or shoes, but she goes and finds things like TV remotes or some papers that my wife was grading for her students. So we're going to take a little journey with me right now to make sure that my dog isn't tearing apart our living room.
And you know she's got like an encyclopedic knowledge of everything she should not eat.
Oh yeah, she's got like a Fight Club style little tally ticking up as far as the worth of everything in the house, and she finds that which is most annoyingly expensive. Okay, she's over in the corner she usually sits in when she's chewing something she shouldn't, and she's running away. Oh no, she's just got a chew toy. She's all right.
Wait, can we see the dog?
I'm gonna try. See, the problem is she thinks she's in escape mode right now. So every time I try and get near her, she runs away. But let me see if I can lure her with a treat.
Oh, you know, in the meantime, I'm going to do the same with my cat. Hold
Yes.
Yay!
Such competitiveness.
Hey,
Here, buddy.
Okay.
there we go.
First, here we go.
Ooh.
This is the good dog. That's Joe. He's 10. He never does anything wrong. And
Aww.
here's the little jerk. Hi, girl. Both of you.
That's me, Dad. I'm a jerk.
Sit, both of you.
Oh my god.
So many animals on stream.
Yep. There we
Come
go.
here, buddy. Yeah,
Hot
that's
dogs.
it.
Let's go upstairs.
Damn, he bit me. Well, hold on, buddy. Whoa.
This is
Right.
some premium content we're generating right now.
I approve.
All into Desert Bus. I'm doing it from the zoo.
Yeah.
They say cute animals are really what drive traffic on the
Right here,
web.
hold on. Here we go. Let me give you a nice up-close view. Get him to eat right in front of you there.
Oh, also, while we're looking at things, this is the pile of books that I have my laptop resting on in order to get it to the right elevation.
Right on Steve Jobs'
Because-
face. Yeah.
Yeah, because I am a high-tech, well-organized person.
Made a little standing.
All right, I think I'm
We
stuck
were-
with now.
We were talking to the McElroy brothers earlier today, and Justin's camera kept falling off. So
Yeah. So that's the.
you're in good company.
Uh-huh. Come on, dogs. Okay, let's look at Joe a little more. He's a good doggy. I'm a good dog, yes.
Paul and Storm will be played
like how
by
this-
this dog and this cat.
I like how this call has been completely derailed. We're
Yeah.
just
No,
looking at
it's
pets.
amazing.
No, I think it has been vastly improved.
Oh yeah, it's way better. He's gonna bite me. He's gonna bite me.
So how much? Who wants to bid for Storm's cat? Auction off Storm's cat.
Which one?
I have to warn you, he eats about 20 pounds of food a day. Come here, buddy. Come back over here. Come here.
You're trying to show them his girth.
Oh, his girth has been shown.
Okay, there we go.
There. Okay.
Is a significant cat.
Yeah, he's a cat of ample size.
The
People are placing bids
Got
on your
both
pets
dogs
right now.
going, yeah.
So that's pretty much what we're up to.
Yeah. So aren't we exciting?
I'm
We're also
excited.
and we're planning a cruise.
Your cat is up to $1,000.
All right. Oh, yeah. Now I can't touch my computer or he'll bite me. I swear, this guy.
Hello.
the cat has decided to take over the call.
Yeah, like I fed him snacks and now the motor is on and that's all he can do is eat things. Right, buddy? Yeah, whatever. Just feed me.
When you say you're planning a cruise, is that just a fun trip for the two of you, or is that a more of an
we're-
event
We're taking a rowboat across the Atlantic because we're high adventurers.
with one lucky person?
Yes.
We'll
So we're
discuss-
taking it with Storm's cat's going to be used as ballast right now.
Yeah.
Now we are two of the organizers of the annual Joko Cruise, which some of your people may be familiar with. Oh, I hear the sound of dog being somewhere she's not supposed to be. Oh no, she's just dragging it. She's doing the thing where she takes her metal bowl and drags it along the tile, like a prisoner, and going. But yes, we are two of the organizers of Joko Cruise, an annual event hosted by Jonathan Colton, who some of your people may be familiar with. It's a week-long music and comedy and gaming and writing and creating and making and crafting festival of sorts on a cruise ship with stops in places where there are beaches and the sun, though you are not required to go outdoors at all during the duration of the week.
This is important that you know that. You are not required to go outside.
This year, for the very first time, we control the whole ship, like stem to stern. It's ours, which is an awesome and terrible responsibility.
Oh man!
Plus, it means we need extra people to shovel coal. So, if anyone's interested in seeing the intricate underworkings of a ship up close and personal, send us an email. But there's many awesome guests, including Molly Lewis, who's sitting right there in the room with you.
Woo! Me.
It's really the only one that matters, but many friends of both us and of you guys. The Double Clicks. He said quickly going to the website because...
Justin McElroy from our Carl.
Yeah, Justin McElroy's from earlier is coming. Amy Mann and Ted Leo. And Ed Brubaker, comic book writer extraordinaire. Chelsea Kane. Welcome to Night Vale is going to be on board. Zoe Keating. It's a Matthew Weiner, the creator of Mad Men, is going to be on our cruise. What the hell is up with that?
Wow.
Oh, right, Pat Rothfuss, of course. Pat Rothfuss and John Scalzi.
John Scalzi, Will Wheaton, Gail Simone, Nerf Herder is going to be there. It's just a ridiculous list. That's at least twice as long as the names that we've just named. Performers, there's a bunch of live podcast recordings, there's a lot of tabletop gaming, a lot of tabletop creators come on board and play test and talk about their games. It's a really awesome time. It's happening March 4th through 11th.
Oh, beyond all that, we have always had what's called the Shadow Cruise, where if you're on the cruise, you can propose an event that you might want to hold or lead or see happen, and we actually make space during the week for those kind of things to happen. We've had people do dance lessons of various sorts, different types of crafting.
Book clubs, there's fan meetups for everything from Firefly to Paul and Storm. But the Paul and Storm fan meetup was really just the two of us sitting in a bar, but it counts.
You met up. That's fine.
There people form ukulele armies. Mm-hmm. There has been in the past like iPhone handbell choirs. It really runs the gamut. So anything anybody can think of, we try and give them an opportunity to do. So that tends to occupy most of our waking moments because it's a hefty undertaking. It's kind of like driving desert bus for a week and a half,
but in the ocean.
On the water.
But on the water, yeah.
If you were just imagine trying to drive a bus on the water. That's the level of difficulty we're looking at.
Wow, that is tricky.
But I feel that Desert Boat couldn't crash on the side of the road. So.
Yeah, Desert Boat is kind of an oxymoron. I love the cat. Just there's my butt. Remember my butt from before? It's still here. Have a nice close look. New hat. Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
A lot of hats.
I'm a bad man. Bad man.
Yeah, and the chances of this crashing into an iceberg or something are very small.
Certainly in around Baja California, there's not a lot of icebergs. And this year it's sailing out of San Diego and taking some stops in Baja California. In previous years, it's gone through the Caribbean, but we're switching to the West Coast, giving that a shot.
Ooh,
nice! I see. There's actually quite a number of people in the chat that have been being like, "I'm on that cruise already."
Yay!
Yeah, our sea monkeys. Our sea monkeys are in attendance.
Awesome. I like this. There's actually a question here about Woodstock, which is of course one of the other things that you guys have been doing in terms of big concert stuff.
Sure.
and saying, well, this is actually saying that the Woodstock was actually where they first heard about us, which was fun, so much fun to do that with you guys, and looking for fun Woodstock stories. Do you have? I don't know if you've got a story or two.
Gosh, well, the most famous one was, which we alluded to before, was where George R. R. Martin came out and smashed Storm's guitar while we were performing Right Like the Wind, and then Neil Gaiman came out after him and made us repeat that George R. R. Martin is not our bitch. That was probably one of the more ridiculous highlights of doing Woodstock. Also, we did a Woodstock in Los Angeles a number of years back that was a tribute to Dr. Demento. It was, I think it's timed with his birthday, I believe. And he was there for that. And among the many other awesome performers, Weird Al came out at the end, and we all did a song together. And that was phenomenally surreal to sort of look to our left, and there 5 feet away is Weird Al playing an accordion while we all sang Shaving Cream.
LeVar Burton coming on to sing the Reading Rainbow theme, that was like one of these electric, awesome moments. That was when he was running that Kickstarter campaign. That was
one of my other favorite memories, one of my favorite Woodstock memories was the first Woodstock we did in San Diego. Young Molly, was even younger Molly at the time, and was in fact underage, and we were performing at a music club that was also a bar, and got informed when we got there that she was too young to be allowed in the building, except when she was performing. So she had to be, when it was time for her set, she had to be escorted on from the loading dock, did her set, and immediately be escorted off by security. And we reacted to this by ending up during intermission holding a Molly Lewis concert on the loading dock that a good portion of the audience came around to see. And it started up this sort of grassroots movement chanting of Free Molly, which in retrospect, maybe if that had been chanted in the wrong company, would have gotten a much different audience, much more excitedly involved, at least until they figured out what was going on. But it was great to see people sort of jump into the spirit of well, hey, here's this thing that got kind of screwed up, but we're going to make the best of it. And so that's another favorite thing, is just got to stand there next to Molly, watching her doing this silly ukulele concert in front of a few hundred people in a parking lot.
And they ran too. It was terrifying.
They did,
because they just left me out there with like a folding chair and a bottle of water, and they were like, "Okay, so you enjoy the show, I guess." And then at intermission, people were like booking it out to the parking lot, and this venue was like a cinder block with doors on it, and so they had made people like leave their sonic screwdrivers and their cigar cutters like in their cars. So I assumed like, oh, people are really in a hurry to get their sonic screwdrivers back. That's weird. And then they stopped right in front of me. Like, oh.
But like being escorted on and off the stage by security is like super, high level rock star kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's basically how
to
Beyonce
start out that way. Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
They got a tiny green room, and I got a whole parking lot to myself.
Actually, also to do with Woodstock, saying that because with Woodstock you've done some work with Adam Savage. What does he smell like?
He actually smells like work.
Yeah, like sandalwood and like machine screw lubricants, stuff like that.
Maybe a little bit of sulfur, maybe from.
Yeah.
Well, from his deal with Satan.
Yeah. The residue of some nasty explosions or something.
There was a Woodstock where he had like unknowingly smuggled a 3-inch razor blade through security just under the lapel of his jacket.
Well, no, there was the one that in the inside. It was the one that we were at. That the inside of his jacket, it was like a 12-inch long, like replacement blade for a foam cutter thing. So it was like a 12-inch long blade that he had in the inside pocket of his jacket that he had just gone on a plane and come back and it was totally fine. Nobody had mentioned it.
I guess he probably smells most like Geppetto's workshop for everybody who's been there before.
Yeah. He smells like a real boy and Blue Fairy, which I assume is some brand of meth.
Yeah.
or the next Marvel duo.
We'll let you guys go, but we do have a question that we've been asking everybody.
Sure.
Which is, if you were driving a bus such as the desert bus, what kind of stuff would you want to have on your dashboard? Like, what kind of doodads or whatever would you have up there on your dash to keep you company on that long trip?
I would love to have a bobblehead of every U.S. president lined up chronologically.
2 Garfields or just one?
What's that?
2 Garfield bobbleheads or just one?
Oh, 2.
Yeah. Good.
I would want Paul McCartney, the actual Paul McCartney, not a just to sing, just to make up songs as I drive.
Sitting on the dashboard,
but just
dangling his legs off the edge.
Yeah, like sitting awkwardly right behind your steering wheel, just kind of wedged into the corner of the.
That's fine too. If it's Winnebago, he could absolutely fit on the dashboard.
I would sort of love it if you had the actual Paul McCartney, but for some reason he's just bobblehead sized, so he's only like 4 inches tall. But he's just Paul McCartney. Hey, how you doing?
I've never seen him in person. It's entirely plausible he could be bobblehead sized.
Hey, look, this is James. This is James Polk, and there's Grover Cleveland over there.
I'm so glad you're driving this bus.
You're really doing a fine job.
It's like Paul McCartney is calling in right now.
Yeah, 2 Paul McCartneys are calling in.
I didn't know Paul McCartney was twins.
He is. He's not actually dead, but there was actually many of him.
Nice.
Oh, and we got our last hat.
Very good.
Yeah, I think this is my last hat, guys.
Yeah, but that's
Very
That's
good.
a good hat.
You guys need some hats. Where's the hats for you guys?
I see one hat.
I see some stuff on the floor. Just put that stuff on your head.
We have so many hats.
Yeah,
I do not recommend that.
Yeah, go for it. The angler.
All right.
We have the best hat, although the best hat is a little broken.
Aww.
Be careful.
That flap has to go behind you.
More hats. More hats.
Yeah, we got lots of hats.
Yeah.
We got a whole
There it
bucket.
is. Now
And this
we're
is-
there it is. Yeah, I got an
That's
anglerfish hat.
There we go. This is just
I'm
a
loving
small
all of
portion
this.
of our hats.
It's hat o'clock. I'm Paul McCartney. I'm going to sing a song about the hats.
This is more of a mask,
Well,
James.
Visibility is
We're in-
surprisingly good in this thing. I gotta
Yeah.
say.
That's
Yeah.
a well-designed anglerfish outfit.
Back
I think we're going to make that $500,000 on our shift. It's not too late. It's not too late.
back at our office where we keep all our props and stuff, we try to sort our hats by silliness. So we've got the regular hats, and then the somewhat silly hats, and then the extremely silly hats. Seems to work quite well.
Is there a style guide to that?
It's like a fire rating. It's like there's like low risk of silliness, and then it goes all the way to code red silly.
What's the least silly hat?
Like moderate silly. What's moderate silly around here? We've got that pith helmet that Jason is wearing.
Yeah, I feel like that's moderately silly. Theoretically, it's a
that's
real
fine.
hat, but I don't think anybody is going to be wearing
Sort of
that.
contextually.
Yeah, it's contextually silly, but not silly in and of itself.
Yeah.
Crowns would probably in there as well.
Uh-huh. See, I see how you can stack a bunch of ordinarily not silly hats and end up with a very silly hat.
Yeah. That's hat combinatorics is very strong. Anyway, thank you guys so much for calling in.
No, thank you guys.
Sure,
It's
thank you.
always great to you guys do a wonderful job
Thank you.
sitting in a room for a bunch of days driving a bus slowly. It's a very noble thing. And the thing that I love about it is you didn't even realize until about 4 or 5 years in that you were doing it for a charitable cause.
Yeah,
That makes it all the more noble.
Yeah. So thank you from us and from our respective pets. I am sure my dog is tearing apart something expensive downstairs right now.
My cat is chewing off my leg.
And it's
All
an
right.
expensive leg.
We'll leave you to your animal-related issues.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Best of
Bye.
luck.
Bye-bye.
Everybody give. Everybody donate. Donate again. Donate multiple times.
Yeah. All right, that was Paul McCartney and Storm McCartney who called in. It was amazing to have the two surviving members of the Beatles around.